This is Saxon Math for 6th grade. We're on lesson 104. Last but not least, I promise, major arcs and minor arcs. When we look at a semicircle, which is half of a circle, the arc is the distance around the circle. So here's our circle. The arc for a semicircle would be this portion, the half of a circle, right here. If you have an arc that is larger than that, say it goes around the circle further, that would be called a major arc. It is greater than half the circle. If you have an arc, like this, that is less than half a circle, we call it a minor arc. Add this to your notes, please. One last problem. Here I have a minor arc. On my graph, it goes from 2 above to 2 on the x-axis. Now we say that the center is on the origin, which means if I was to turn this into a circle, the center is the origin. It's the middle, 0, 0. We could say that the arc is centered about the origin. So here's our arc. And the radius then, if this is the middle and it goes out to 2, is 2. How could I find the measure of the arc? Well, that looks a lot like part of the circumference, doesn't it? I can use my circumference formula to help me find the measure of this arc. I know that circumference equals 2 times r times pi. But I don't want the circumference of a full circle. I want the measure of an arc. This arc is what fraction of the whole circle? Well, when I look at it, I see that it is 1/4 of the whole circle. So if I was to find the measure of this arc, it would be 1/4 of the whole circumference. Using my circumference formula, let's take 1/4 of 2r pi. That should give me the measure of the arc. Well, 1/4 times 2 times r. Let's see, my radius here happens to be 2 times pi. Notice I put my 2 in parentheses, so I wouldn't think this was 22. I need to multiply, 2 times r, which means I need to multiply 2 times 2. That's going to be 1/4 times 2 times 2 is 4 times pi. I could also write this as 4 pi divided by 4. Hey, wait a second. My 4's are going to cancel. That's going to leave me with just pi. So the distance of this particular arc is going to be pi. We're using the same idea that if I have a fraction of a circle, I can multiply that fraction times the formula I need for either the circumference or for the area. And that will give me the length or the area of that fractional pi.